So Fox League, the place to be. This is the home of Rugby League. This is the home of Magic Round. We are underway with Xavier Savage on the catch. And Gula the first run back to the 10-metre line. So 64 points scored between these two clubs last year. Many pundits thinking we may be high scoring again here tonight. Tarpany took the second run. Morgan Smithies, he'll be loving this occasion. The Englishman experiencing big crowd in Brisbane. City is jumping kick out. Came up on Whitehead there. Rocked him sideways. And it was Kurt Mann to finish it off. Raiders though still effective and up and over the 40-metre line. They get their energy man back in Jordan Rapana. What a barometer he is of energy in this side. First kick of the night. Connor Tracy to bring it back for the Bulldogs. And they have it on their own 20-metre line. So decent start from Canberra.
Yeah, listening to both coaches before the game, Cameron Ciraldo and Ricky Stewart, and that's what's been impressive about his side's preparation for this game. Both teams, the energy that they've shown at training, and that's how both sides have started this match.
Head-to-head, they've met 73 times overall, even though Canberra have had the better of it lately. Head-to-head, it's only one game the difference. It's Bulldogs 37 wins, Raiders 36. Kurt Mann, nice left foot step to halfway. Last tackle it is. Marnie, they will kick from the short side with Burton. Whitehead was up in the face. Rapana underneath it. He has scored try doubles in his last two games here at Suncorp, which is good horses for courses form. Let's go down to the sideline for the first time tonight. Lara, Suncorp is buzzing.
Yeah, they've been dancing in their seats, Vossi, since 4:30 p.m. It is going to be a huge weekend for this sellout crowd. It might be mid-May, but the Sunshine State is warm, 25 degrees by day, 21 by night. Perfect conditions for this party atmosphere.
So Raiders away from their own 30. And it is Kotrick, who was quite good 2 weeks ago before the bye in the amazing win over Manly at 4 Pines Park. Strange, 19 years of age, what a find. Almost to halfway there. Confidence of this kid. A little slow to his feet. And back onto one knee. Kick from halfback Kyo Weeks. Tracy into the play again. Start straight into the hands of Xavier Savage. No magic tricks there. No smoke and mirrors. Xavier Savage onto a loose ball and a dream start for Canberra.
Yeah, unfortunately there for Connor Tracy, the error on the bouncing ball went straight to that man, Xavier Savage. Great chase from the Raiders. Had to come forward to the kick. Not an easy kick either from K.O. Weeks. Jammed on a sideline. Chase almost got to him, but he was able to get a good piece of it. And Connor Tracy, how he dropped that, very uncharacteristic mistake from Connor Tracy. There was 5 or 6 Raiders there. The first man on the scene was Xavier Savage. Just thought about running before he actually had the ball in his hands. You could see his eyes move just before he had complete control of it. He was off and running, but never had the ball. And the bounce well picked up from Xavier Savage. What a start for the Canberra Raiders.
Yeah, big smile on the face. He now has 6 tries for the season. Even the Fox couldn't get him there. What a start for Canberra. And yes, Reid Marnie straight to Connor Tracy. You're so right, Brandy, you read of the replay. He had that look. I'm going to run.
He was off and running before he actually had the ball wrapped up, Vossi.
Cart before the horse. While all that was happening, treatment was ongoing for Ethan Strange. Looks like they've given him the thumbs up.
Yeah, that Ethan Strange run, he half opened the Dogs up. His legs were snapped from a great legs tackle as Jordan Rapana makes it 6-0 by Stephen Crichton. It was a great legs tackle on Ethan Strange.
Just the 17th goal of Jordan Rapana's NRL career. Doesn't matter what angle you look at it. Connor Tracy does not want to watch it back. That from the Fox Rover. What a shot. What a stadium this is. And the lime green of the Raiders, up they will go. That's a moment, isn't it? He's an athlete, this kid too, Xavier Savage.
Yeah, he's made a great start to the year, Xavier Savage. After a couple of seasons of in and out and not really being used by Ricky Stewart, he's found a spot on the wing.
A big week for Ricky as well with the new contracts. So top it off with a win on a Friday night in Brisbane. Canberra on their own 10. Now for Joseph Tarpany. Josh Papali'i to come in off the bench again tonight. He's waiting. Big Papa. And this time with Smithies wrestling his way towards the 30. Whitehead follows up. Couple of Copter. Bit of a shoulder over the top there. Anyway, straight to his feet. Levi off for the Raiders. Offload. Loose. Smithies had to smother it up. Not Canberra's best there. Last tackle, Kyo Weeks with a kick. His third game as a Raider. Tracy pressure. With a catch to the crowd, let him know it. It's interesting when you come to a Magic ground because you've got the Raiders and the Bulldogs fans, but then you've got
the general fans.
Yeah, the 14 fans who pick a side. And it's hard to tell who they're with at the moment, but if a player drops a ball, they're all on him. There's a pylon. Canterbury inside their 40. Marnie now. And flat for Hughes. One of the biggest forwards in the Canterbury side. He's played all 9 games this year. Now Marnie. Oh, they keep it tight. King bounced off Tarpany there.
Yeah, Hudson Young out of the line there. The initial contact. Hutchison decides to run the ball.
Crichton kept it alive. Carraz left foot kick is long and high. And good catch by Kotrick. It was a bad kick in the end, wasn't it?
Well, it was a great kick in the end. It turned out good. It's pretty handy when your winger can put a kick in like that when there's nowhere to go with the ball. They decided to run it. Hutchison handing it off to Crichton there, but Carraz saving the situation with a good kick.
Canberra putting it together. Savage with an offload. That was really nice from the winger.
Well, that's big meters there from the Canberra Raiders in a couple of tackles.
Don't know how confident the Raiders. Dialed in early. Ricky's Raiders here. Quick play the ball. Levi, short side, Strange. Everyone knows their role. This is very impressive from Canberra. Certainly no rust after the bye, is there? Kyo Weeks the bomb. Tracy again. Tracy! The ball is with the Bulldogs. Despite the chase, that is a very brave take by the Canterbury fullback.
Yeah, Jordan Rapiner coming through there on the kick. Almost got a good grip on that footy there, Rapiner. Terrific stuff from Connor Tracy after his earlier error.
Kick out. A single tackle bust from kick out last week against Penrith. This time with King. And lifted and taken sideways last tackle, Canterbury. Better of play, better field position with Canberra early. Hutchison, good kick, long. And Xavier Savage again. I was about to say can't put a foot wrong, and then he slips over. It was the pre-commentator curse, and Canberra back over the 20.
Well, the crowd here loving that one-handed take there from Xavier Savage as the ball's going back. Just look at that. It is spectacular from Xavier Savage. Juggles it, slips. Bit of rain here yesterday. Of course, this ground and the women's State of Origin last night. If you didn't watch it, well, you missed something.
Yeah, well, 2 tries in the opening 10 minutes as well. Canberra looking to match that. Got one on the board already. Kotrick, tackle busting form, returns. Ricky gave his Raiders a few days off in the bye week. Nick headed to Sydney, was spotted in the eastern suburbs, enjoying the Bondi weather.
Yeah, there's an example of Viliami kick-out coming out of the line and shutting down a playmaker. They've come up with an error. Kick-out put some pressure on Kyo Weeks. He was able to evade the kick-out tackle, but just lost the ball as he came into the next one. Bit of blood there on Josh Curran's face. Watch kick-out out of the line here. Tries to shut down Weeks. Weeks evades that tackle, but then comes up with an error that'll see the Dogs with the footy.
And no captain's challenge. Just Curran just walked away from the scrum and checked in with the trainer. Jamin Salmon, we wish him all the best if he's still in hospital tonight. He's had a staph infection. And that is the reason he's not playing tonight. So all the best to you, Jamin. Canterbury, this scrum 30 metres out from their own line. In fact, we could do a shout out to every injured player in the NRL. It would take us a while to name them all, but fellas, we miss you. We hope the recovery is a quick one. Kick out with the ball for the Bulldogs. Back up over the 40. Marnie. King's there again. Steady and consistent performer he's been for Canterbury. Others have fallen through injury around him. Man, right side, Hutchison, Curran. We've got Preston to come into that right edge off the bench as well. Marnie on play 4. Burton along to Kickow. Puts the left foot step.
Oh,
they forced the error. Whitehead.
Dropped it.
Kyo Weeks in the tackle. Whitehead, like he was 2 weeks ago, is in inspirational leading form.
That is his go-to move, the Liami Kickout. The left foot back on the inside in between 2 defenders. So you've got to work hard from the inside, and that was Elliott Whitehead over the top there, causing the error. He's so hard to handle, Kickout, and while he had no tackle breaks against the Panthers last week, it's his ball-playing ability that makes him so dangerous. He can pre-offload, he can go through the line and offload. He got that one wrong, though, just because of the pressure put on him from Elliott Whitehead.
It's only the 3rd game for the year for Elliott Whitehead. We've got to remind you something. He's 34 now. But he was a super game 2 weeks ago. Now penalty Canberra. They might take full advantage here. The mood that the Raiders are in. This is a big set coming up. 11 minutes into the contest. Canterbury have had a lot of pats on the back for their defence, but if they get a little scrappy here, it could be 12-0 before they know it.
Well, their defence has been one of the highlights of their season so far. A very good defensive record, but the pressure will be on them throughout this set.
Flattering shot of Big Papa. He's ready to come on and rip and tear. Raiders 35 away from the Canterbury line. Levi left, Strange quickly along. Hudson Young almost squeezed away from Curran, offloaded to Savage. Then loses the ball. Well, it's the Raiders who get a little untidy under some real pressure defence from Canterbury.
Yeah, no real reason to go so close to that sideline so early in the tackle count. Xavier Savage was under all sorts of pressure. Hudson Young heading towards the sideline, had to offload, and then Xavier Savage just had to get in field a little bit further than what he did. And they've turned the ball over in what was what could have been a very good set. Certainly the field position offered by the Dogs penalty.
So 6 of 8 completed sets for Canberra so far. Canterbury with the ball. Yet to have a tackle inside the Raiders 20. In fact, they've only had 4 tackles inside the Raiders half so far. Marnie on that little scurry. Covered up by Tarpany. From Tracy, long ball. Kurt Mann controls the middle with 13 on his back. It's been a very handy acquisition for the club. Marnie now. King. And, engages with 3 defenders. Penalty there.
3rd man in on the knees.
3rd man in on the knees. The call from referee Klein.
Well, we were talking about the Raiders having the field position and the ability to put a lot of pressure on the Canterbury defence. Now it's very quickly turned around and it'll be the Dogs' opportunity. Matt Burton will find touch on the 30.
This is time, and I reckon there's Bulldogs fans hoping, all right, when are you going to sweep left to the Foxes' wing? No man has scored more tries at Magic Round than Josh Addo-Carr. Half a dozen to his name. Man, they're coming that way now. Hughes with it. 20 from the line. It's Tarpany, the legs tackler. Marnie, Hutchison, cut out ball. Burton, cut out ball. Crichton, standing, finished off. Chris there with Hudson Young. Now for Marnie, first receiver roll. Man is there. Hutchison, driven in the tackle of Timmy Cole. Came out the back and Marnie cleaning up the scraps, but Hutchison felt every bit of that. Kurtman now. A little one out there for Canterbury, last tackle. Where is Burton? Here's the first receiver. Incoming. The call with a bomb from Burton. It's high, it'll come down. A couple of metres out. Xavier Savage is having a purple patch of form tonight.
Well, the defence from Matt Timoko really upset the Dogs' attack in that set. The fact that the ball went to ground meant that they just had to settle one on play 5, and then the kick went up. Xavier Savage handled it nicely.
Again, the replay we showed you just shows athlete. Xavier Savage, the leap. He's an extreme talent. Leave the injuries behind him. We're going to be enjoying watching the talent of this guy for a long time. Buller on that run. 25 metres inside their own half. Weeks will kick. Nice and long. It was a very controlled performance against Manly 2 weeks ago. Carraz to bring it back. Links up with Tracy. The Fox can't get his hand on the ball.
That was a fantastic clearing kick there from Kyo Weeks, because they only made 20 metres in that set. Now, Weeks kicked that ball 60 metres.
Of course, from a origin perspective too, I mean, there's focus on the Fox tonight, trying to prove his claims. As Hutchison pushes along, now Crichton. Constant threat, the skipper for the Bulldogs. Back for Hutchison. And get the defence up quickly. Gula. He put the straitjacket on. Man there, he was going nowhere. Way for Hutchison. This bomb, last tackle. And it's going to fall in no man's land. Bounces high. They miss with the bat back. Then it's off a leg. Canterbury have got the ball. Curran's with it. Chance on the left. Sherry. The Fox on his outside. That's the ball. The Fox tippy toes. Bud puts a foot on the line.
That's your advantage.
You can't come any closer.
That's your advantage. Where do you want to play the ball?
Those little Fox paws put something on the line.
I wondered why Josh Addo-Carr hadn't cut back on the inside. Bronson Cherry was running so close to the sideline. He was running the Fox out of room. I thought Fox would have ducked on the inside, but Sherry unbelievably dragged in those 3 defenders. He had no room to work with.
He's hopping. I don't even know whether he did touch the line.
Yeah,
Yes.
there. Early, first off. And there again.
Well,
and twice. Yeah, there we go.
Well, apart from that. Oh, a little bit of dazzling from the Bulldogs.
As he ran towards the sideline, Bronson Cherry, I thought Josh Addo-Carr will just swing back on the inside. But it didn't happen, and Sherry was still able to get the ball away. That was an incredible pass. If that had been a try, that's one of the passes of the season.
Doesn't add to his Suncorp try tally of 20 tries, 19 games. Give him time. Gula away from kick out. And Raiders 15 inside their own half, weathering a bit of heat from the Bulldogs. The early try, a gift to Xavier Savage. If you missed it, off a drop bomb by Connor Tracy. First of 8 games, all here on Fox League. And it'll be house full a little later tonight when Manly play the Broncos. Back with Kyo Weeks again, kicking in front of kick out. Here's Tracy.
Oh, gee, that's just a little bobble there from Connor Tracy again.
This time Hutchison and on for Carraz. 200-metre plus game against Penrith. Good numbers against elite competition. Now Crichton. Bulldogs 15 inside their own half. Man for Burton. Dummy and run. Just caught, and only just by Elliott Whitehead. Money now out of dummy half. Scurries away from Weeks. Hutchison along. They have an overlap. Curran did a pass. Knocked on by Hutchison. And Canberra come back up with the ball. And you see the terrier-like work of 5'8", Ethan Strain.
Well, he just followed the ball. That was the key to that. Ethan Strain's there as the pass was received by Hutchison. That did look dangerous. the Dogs get one more pass away. They had space down that right touchline. Ethan Strange, terrific defensive work.
Cohen wishes he passed it straight away there. So now Levi. Strange, love the fact he just takes the defence on. Confidence oozing out of this youngster. Raiders wrapping up on the short side. Canterbury's defence feeling a little bit here halfway through the set. Setterfield, Tarpany. Oh, he lost the ball. That was a little soft. I don't know what happened there to Joseph Tarpany. We know he can offload, but
was he trying to offload? He looked like he was getting his arms free to pop the ball. It's another error down this end of the field that Canberra have made. And
he was looking to gather it back in, like he dummied to offload and then was going to cop the tackle and lost it in the process.
Make sure you maintain that for the rest of the game.
So completion rate goes a little south. 9 of 12. Bulldogs, by the way, though, 6 of 10. So they definitely need to pick up. So they're both under 70%. 9 of 13. Oh no! Another mistake, and away go the Raiders. It's not Christmas. I know it's Magic Round, but this isn't some sort of festival celebration where we give presentations, because Canterbury are doing it to the Raiders here.
Well, Jacob Carraz off the back of the scrum win, and we've spoken about Carraz and just what he offers the Bulldogs team and how much yardage out of their own end that he provides the Dogs. Just hit from underneath, the ball spews free, and Seb Chris just heads for the in-goal area, and there's no one around him to stop. Just watch the shot. Ethan Strange. We just praised Ethan Strange for his defensive work in coming up with the football when the Dogs were looking dangerous. He gets under Carraz, shoulder onto the ball, and you couldn't have asked it to go anywhere else if you're a Canberra Raider. Went straight to Seb Chris.
The irony of this, and Canberra fans will know it well, 2 weeks ago against Manly, exactly the same happened to them. They presented Manly with two absolute gifts exactly like that. No tackles, ball turned over, runaway score. And now the Raiders, the beneficiaries. I suppose it comes with a warning. You remember what happened to you guys, or what happened to your opponents that got the tries, but that is two absolute gifts with little blue and white ribbons on them presented to the Raiders.
And very soon it'll be 12-0, Andrew. And the Dogs must be wondering, do we really deserve this? But it doesn't matter. They are the facts. 12-0 if he gets this goal, and Rapana makes sure of it.
It's his first goals for the year for Jordan Rapana. And 12-all is the scoreline. Sebastian Chris on the back of only his second try of the season. Canterbury have to keep their heads up.
Just
wow.
That ball came out at speed too. Anywhere else and he doesn't catch that, he'd need reflexes like a cat, but it went straight to him.
And Connor Tracy, one of the first to him, so mate, I know how you feel. Manly are in the house, ready. Players not playing, others are in the dressing rooms getting ready. It's a big one later tonight, very important for Manly. As it is the Broncos. It is a Manly home game here in Brisbane at Magic Round. And we are here for the long run. Big post-match show later tonight as well. And right over the weekend, all 8 matches covered. And then Matty John's show on Sunday night is always a must-watch from Brisbane. Anything could happen. Whitehead tackle, 10 short of halfway. Levi, and there's Rapana, taking a hard carry. Now for Coyotes, loving his authority from the young 7. Tracy again. Oh, boy. Swapped there by Levi. Feels like they're going to kick all those ones now to Tracy, whether that was the plan pre-game, but once he made one mistake and had a bobble, they're going at him. Ball with Crichton. Hutchison on for man. A little bit of energy gone out of Canterbury here. As Preston is sent into the game. Hughes to the bench. Low kick. Nice trap. Jordan Rapana. Bring it back for Canberra. There's another one of their 34-year-olds. I mean, Rapana and Whitehead, the energy and inspiration they bring to this side.
Well, 23 minutes into the game, but there's been virtually no play the balls inside the 20 from either side, Andrew.
Raiders 11 metres inside their own half. How you feeling, Canberra fans? It's a terrific start. 12-0. Canterbury a little nervous. Surely Lightning couldn't strike a third time with an error and a try. Oh, some savage defence over the top there. They went hunting, the Bulldogs, on Kodrick, who's never an easy target. On for Gula. Turned his back on the defence. Last tackle, Canberra. 24 minutes gone. Kyo Weeks kick over the top. It bounces nicely for Tracy. But Canberra playing to a corner, and Ricky Stewart won't mind that. Moedo Carr. Have to get through this set without a mistake. It's Cherry. Working hard, but the expansive football's been benched for a bit here for Canterbury. Carraz held up that time. Goes off the mark for Marnie to pass to Burton from inside the 40, screws it sideways. He has kicked 2 40-20s so far this year, but didn't connect as he would have hoped there.
No, just came off the side of his foot.
Time to unleash Big Papa here, Josh Papali'i. He's celebrating his 32nd birthday this week, gentlemen, and he's coming into the game. 15 minutes to go in this first half.
Well, 12-0 up. What a time to bring Big Papa on the field.
Servant he was for Queensland over the years as well. And 292 tonight for Josh. Lara Pitt on the sideline. We've got the whole Fox League team here over the weekend. Papali'i on the carry. Marnie down low there. Defence is always for Marnie. He's already got 17 tackles. He comes into this round with more tackles than any other man in the NRL. 35 was the tally. Raiders on halfway. Tarpany with it. Didn't look to pass to Smithies. And quick play the ball. Off goes Rapana. Jordan Rapana. He is a marvel. Sliding away from defenders there. 10 away from the line. Big chance. Stranger's kick. It's back for Kiraz. Oh, it took a left turn. Took a left turn towards the city.
Yeah, but it started to turn towards that Raiders chase. Just a little heavy, and Jordan Rapana just lives in the pockets of his forwards, waiting for a quick play the ball, and that's exactly what he's looking for. And up the centre of the field, allowing Ethan Strange, big left-hand turn there, almost Xavier Savage with that outstretched hand, getting to the footy.
Moedo Carr gripping back there. Raiders will know the Bulldogs' defence this year. Really impressive by the numbers. They're conceding 17 points a game. So Canberra's got 12 on the board directly from mistakes. And now we have injury to deal with here. Viliami Kikau. The bunker get a chance to have a look. Kikau ain't going to play it anytime soon, it would seem. Ashley Klein encouraging him to do so. Trainer will attend Viliami Kikau only now, and he sort of more or less brushes him away. Marty away, and this is Hayward with the ball.
Both Hayward and Preston on the field now for the Dogs.
Now Marty. And straight up through the middle, Connor Tracy, one-on-one, oh, Tracy, hit by the old Raider. Jordan Rapana, like a brick wall, forced the mistake.
He didn't have enough support with him there, Connor Tracy. Beautiful inside pass. We saw Jordan Rapana open up the Dogs through the middle. Now it's return serve from the fullback of the Dogs. Connor Tracy looking for support. Everyone a little bit slow. Rapana doesn't take his eyes off Connor Tracy. He's not. He knows he's got no support. Never leaves him. Makes the shot. Forces the error. Reid Marnie was pushing up on the inside. He didn't look inside. There might have been half a chance to get it to Reid Marnie.
A little bit of drama on the kick-out incident. Tarpany is on report. Point of the shoulder into the head. Surprised the bunker didn't have time to look at that while kick-out was getting to his feet. And now the report happens retrospectively. Canterbury fans entitled to think, why not penalty there and then? Canberra with the ball outside their 20. Levi now for Tarpany. And good carry, Joseph Tarpany. He is one of the premier front rowers in the competition. He'll go for a breather now. And Joseph Tarpany, he's played the first 28.5 minutes. And the altar will come into the match. You'll see him in jumper 15 shortly. Canberra 5 metres inside the Canterbury half. Back for Kyo Weeks, kicking to Addo-Carr's corner here. And the Fox down on both knees. Oh, and the Fox takes off. The Fox is away, Addo-Carr. Superb tackle, Kyo Weeks.
That isn't easy to do on Josh Addo-Carr as he was sprinting up the field there. I thought he was looking for the inside. Thought he had a chance to step back in. Kyo Weeks making a great tackle.
They're starting to make some metres. The Bulldogs, Burton on the end of a weaving run by Crichton. They've had the better of play over the last 5 or so minutes. Preston tackle. They're 25 away from the Canberra line. Will it result in points though? Now Hayward on with Hutchison. Kick out. Got through the tackle of Weeks. Held there by Timmy Cole. Slow again to his feet. Marnie. Hutchison, long ball, Burton, alarm bells ringing, Burton has cut down, that man's savage again. Hutchison, dummy, caught, last tackle, Hutchison, Hayward kick, big ricochet off the boot of Whitehead. Referee Klein had played advantage. Okay, so he's got trip, has he?
Oh, did you see a trip there on Burton?
Who was it?
Well, he ran in between a couple of Raiders players. And he did stumble.
Wait. On the line!
But I didn't see a Canberra Raider leg.
So on report as well, Canterbury a set on the Canberra line. 9.5 to go first half. Game 1, magic round. Marnie to Curran. Hit and spin. Bit of Ray Price about that. Couple of metres short of the line. Now Marnie gives it to King. King hasn't scored a try since we had a Queen. Now Marnie back for Hutchison. And Connor Tracy, dummy in court. Weeks and Timmy Cole. Sherry. Marnie got a high ball. Bulldogs, Hayward. Hutchison, kick, here comes Crichton, Robert is there, oh, they back it up! Oh, they've collided! And Canterbury, they get their little gift. It's an exchange of gifts tonight because Canberra had every right to clean that up and just got it all wrong.
Well, Canberra had 2 players there, Jordan Rapana and Xavier Savage there to clean the ball up before a dog got there. It looked like it was a kick for Stephen Crichton, out the back to Drew Hutchison. Plenty of players on his outside, decided to just drop it through the line off his foot. The Raiders had done the job to get themselves there and around the ball. You'll see Rapana and Savage come into the screen very shortly. They beat Crichton and Preston. There they are. One goes to kick, he misses it, knocks the other one over.
No.
What is the rule in the in goal? Fall on the ball.
Yeah.
Jordan Rapana had every opportunity just to fall on the ball and ground it. He didn't. Jacob Preston does, and you're right. 2 errors from the Dogs result in Canberra Raiders tries. And now a mix-up in the in goal from the two Raiders players. Well, I can't blame Xavier Savage. It was all Jordan Rapper.
He got bowled over him, and it might be a charge for taking out a man without the ball. Preston, second week back from that broken jaw. It's a somewhat of an opportunist try, but
They'll take it.
That replay is rather unflattering. What about the way in which the 3 tries have been scored tonight? It's quite extraordinary.
It is. It is. 3 errors, 3 tries against the run of play when things looked like very unlikely.
Well,
Matt Burton makes it 6.
It's like the tries are the product of amateur magicians rather than professionals.
Well, the slow motion certainly
There
did
we go
no
again.
Jordan Rapper no favours.
Canberra fans look away. Oh, no.
That's a shocker.
Like he couldn't have. He's
No,
like Xavier Savage going, man, what's doing, bro?
They were both there in time just to shut that down. And the danger of trying to kick the ball dead, a bouncing ball,
Well,
just dive on the ball. The result is the same.
Cogra last Sunday, Corey Parker quite appropriately suggested in commentary, cue the Benny Hill music. We might have to have it on standby if we keep up with plays like that. 12-6. Most unusual. Try scored.
Well, they had been pressing, the Dogs. They'd been pressing. They've had the better run of play over the last 10 minutes, but come up with a try in unexpected fashion.
So off we go into the next passage with Curran. Canterbury feeling better about the scoreline now. Still completing at 65%, Canterbury. Definitely an area to attend to.
Just on the trip to it wasn't on Matt Burton, it was on Drew Hutchison.
Canterbury on their 30. Late offload. Play on was the call. And then Marnie off the deck. That's also allowed to continue. Kick out, getting himself past Mariota there. Reid Marnie. Hayward. Right from when we saw him in the pre-season challenge, he's looked the goods. Looks like he belongs in the NRL. Hutchison floats it out. Crichton to Kiraz. Kiraz puts a move on. It's a beauty. Oh, no! Preston returns serve on the gift. Now Canberra come up with a ball.
Gee, that's a get out of trouble lad from Ethan Strange. They've blown it. The Dogs. Outstretched hands there from Jacob Preston. Just couldn't pull it in. Oh, he had it. He had it. What a play from Jacob Kiraz down that right touchline. Little stop-start movement on Xavier Savage. He got past Xavier Savage through what was a good enough pass back on the inside there to Jacob Preston. Couldn't pull it in.
Well, in Magic parlance, they can't guess the card and they can't pull a rabbit out of the hat at the moment. These two sides just on some of those plays. Preston blew the big moment there. Raiders are back with it. 5 minutes away from half-time. The VB hard-earned index tonight, despite that error in goal from Jordan Rapiner. He's been polling plenty.
Well, 11 runs, 118 metres. He's done plenty of work for the Raiders. And it's great for the Canberra side to have him back in the lineup after a month on the sidelines.
It's King, the leader of the index. 8 hit-ups, 61 metres, couple of tackle busts, 23 tackles. Very solid from King. Now Smithies and moving along Whitehead. They're up in his face there. Last tackle. Canberra's attack not quite as dynamic as it was in the first 20. Can all change. Kyo Weeks on the last intercept. The big kick out. I mean, he's got hands the size of dinner plates kicking.
They were a little unfortunate there, the Canberra Raiders, because there was a Bulldog player still getting back on side, and he got in the road of the pass. The pass was delayed, and that gave Ko Weeks no time. Stopped in his tracks there. Connor Tracy running into Big Papali'i.
Could think of better targets, must be said. Silly did that previous run for Canterbury. They're just short of halfway, 4 away from half-time. Manly and Brisbane later tonight. You've got the best seat in the house here on Fox League. Burton kicks, and Okar on the fall, and Okar kicks again. Knocked off his legs by Rapiner. The kick was always going over the dead ball line. but the challenge will be inspected.
Coming up to tackle 5.
Not even the fastest man on the planet could have gotten that
no
ball
try.
from the kick.
Now we're looking for a possible penalty try. If we don't, we've got a professional foul on Jordan. I believe he had the opportunity to pull out. Personally, I'm ruling out a penalty try because I think the kick was always going down.
Thank God for that. The kick went 20 metres too deep, but was the tackle late from Rapana or the challenge
Josh
on
Adokar is onside.
Takes the ball up.
He takes clean possession.
Well, yeah.
He's
He's kicked the ball well before Jordan Rapana.
So the
Jordan
process
can have a
happened.
little bit of quiet time in the dressing room, I think, judging on what Klein led the bunker to. Adam G in the bunker tonight.
Let's go away. I need to listen to the process.
You would think 13 on 12 in a moment, wouldn't you? Jordan Rapana, a mixed night.
Well,
Everything
he's
was good
taken-
early.
Josh
He's taken
Adokar
4
kicks,
steps.
in our opinion and also the live opinion of the referee, Jordan Rapana has time to pull out. Due to how deep the kick goes and the weight of the kick, we're ruling out the possibility of a penalty try. However, it's a professional foul. We have a decision.
Ooh, that's costly. That is going to be costly for Rapana and the Raiders.
Yeah, I got where the ball bounced.
Here we go, let's have a listen. Ash Klein, we'll call out Elliot
yeah.
Whitehead, we'll call out Jordan Rapana.
I'll tell you now. All right, the read of the video ref is the same as mine. We believe he had the opportunity to pull out. He's in the bin for 10 minutes. Not
Elliot.
arguing the decision's made. We're moving on now.
That's it, Elliot.
Best to pull away, Elliot.
Moving on, the decision's
Otherwise,
made.
you'll be... Yeah.
Yeah, Jordan Rapana is in the bin for 10.
Well, I don't think anyone could argue with that. Adokar had taken 3 or 4 steps before Rapana
This is where it bounced.
took him out, so there's absolutely
Let's go. What are we doing?
no arguing that situation. We're 3 and a bit minutes short of the half-time break, and there was no need for it. Like,
No.
the kick was a horror.
So, what a set. 3 minutes 40 to go first half. 6 and a bit of the second half. They will play with 12 men. Canterbury down by 6. Could all change in a moment. Farmasili, the first run. They are set deep and right, the Bulldogs here. Marty to Hayward to Curran. Hops into the defence. Probably coming as third man on the legs. Would want to be careful.
Elliot Morgan, way.
Now Marty, 5 away, goes out the back. Hayward with it. Hutchison. Timoko had rushed up on the outside. Canterbury with Marty. And there is Hayward for Burton. There's an overlap. Crichton dummy! Clipped on the way through by Strange and still scores. Their marquee signing comes up with a big try at Magic Round.
Well, you just thought that they had to take advantage of a 12-man Raiders lineup, defensive unit on the try line. Rapana in the bin. They tried it left, then they spun the ball right. Hayward's done a good job as the pivot. Burton out to Crichton, throws the dummy, keeps Xavier Savage away from him, and he's just got too much speed, and he's too hard to handle for Ethan Strange, who has been terrific defensively. Just couldn't stop him dead in his tracks. Hits the ground before the try line, but slides in. Momentum takes him into the in-goal area. He rolls over and scores the try that might see the Dogs square things up.
Yeah, look, a rugby league present can be wrapped many ways. This game has had, it's got a bit of newspaper in the wrapping, but we're going to have a 12-all scoreline and still a chance for points before half-time. I'm going to stick to the earlier prediction of many, high scoring. I mean, this could land anywhere in the second half. Canterbury's attack has started to click. Canberra recapture what they did in the first 20.
Doesn't seem that long ago where we said very few tackles inside the 20. The Dogs have now had 12. Canberra still only 2. Burton.
Oh, he just slides it away. Not 12-all, 12-10 to Canberra. Burton hasn't had a great year from out wide. White's been his better side, of course, as a left footer. Here it is again.
Nice wide ball from Matt Burton just to get in one-on-one with Ethan Strange. Just held the ball up onto the outside, made it look like he was passing it to Karaz. So it's a one-on-one effort that was required there from Ethan Strange. He did the job. He got him to ground. but just momentum carried Crichton into the in goal.
Talk about Origin contenders, an absolute lock is Stephen Crichton for the Blues. So, Raiders have to ride out 80 seconds here with 12 men, and then Ricky can have a word to him and then go again. Lapina in the sin bin. 12-0 lead, now 12-10. You be the judge at home. Who's been the better side? Farmasili. Fourth game tonight as a Bulldog. Money. Hutchison. Time to spread it. Preston just caught. Now they'll go left. A lot of pointing. Burton calling for it. There's Hayward. Now Burton. Now he does pass to Kickout. Left foot stick. On halfway. Oh, Kickout then throws the ball away. He's in trouble. Oh, Viliami, Kickout. He is in trouble. You don't often see, obviously in great pain, threw the ball to the side. Oh boy.
Now, I've seen him a number of times like this where he goes down. Oh, and that's Papali'i.
Well, this is trouble now. This is hip drop areas. We're talking here.
There's no doubt Papali'i loses his legs. Now, does he land on the back of Kickout? He's got another Canberra
he's off
Raider
the
in
ground. Papali'i's gone here. He's off the ground in the tackle. Stand by Canberra. You may be down to 11 in a moment. Bunker can watch multiple replays. They can take as long as they like here with Kickout being attended to. This is a tense moment, Brent.
He looks very ginger on that ankle, doesn't he? Kickout.
The fact that Papali'i is completely off the ground. Whitehead again is acting as QC for the Raiders. He's batting 0-1 so far tonight.
Okay. Josh.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Thought he might have.
All right, I'm going to make a decision. You can't respond. Josh. Yeah, I am. All right. So you had the grip, you've lost all control of the tackle there. I understand that, okay, but it's careless, all right? Your body weight's landed on your player, which has also contributed to more force, all right? You're on report in the bin.
Oh, down to 11. Canberra down to 11.
Additional force.
I think we heard Elliot Whitehead say, you're going to bid him, aren't you? He said yes. So we had the spoiler alert there.
Just going to see if any
Papali'i gets full explanation. Kickout is still down for Canterbury.
Yeah, I thought the fact that there was another Canberra player in there, that he landed on his legs rather than Kickout's, and it was Kyo Weeks who got in between Kickout and Papali'i, but there's no denying what you're looking for in a hip drop tackle happened just there and then. That's an example of it.
We're all better educated now, aren't we, as viewers and fans? Papali'i, big fella, is completely off the ground for a moment. And control of the tackle is lost. Kickout will come from the field. Canberra is playing with 11 men.
And they will for 6.5 minutes into the second half.
Wow. What a dramatic start to game one, Magic Round.
There hasn't even been a crackdown on anything, so we've seen 2 pennies.
Oh, how I missed that, Brent. Well, here we go. Big halftime show coming up on Fox League. Plenty to talk about. Curran with the ball. Bulldogs have got 25 seconds to make the ball sing. Marty for Hutchison. There is Burton. Goes short. Crichton with it. 20 away from the line. 10 seconds to go. Marty to Hayward. Hayward to Hutchison. Kicks it through. Chases there. Burton got there. Bulldogs have got the lead. The 13-man Bulldogs v the 11-man Raiders.
Well, we've still got 6.5 minutes into the second half before they get a man back, and that will be Jordan Rapiner. But the Dogs on the stroke of half-time take full advantage of 11-man lineup. They knew that they'd have to come up fast and rush the defence. A great play from Drew Hutchison. Just put it in behind and see if your chase can get there first. Timoko turns. Matt Burton flies in between him and Nick Kotrick and absolutely nails it, Burton. Fantastic stuff from the Bulldogs.
Well,
the play was spot on. Coming up very quick just to try and shut things down with 2 men missing in the defensive line. And what play works in a rushing defensive line? A kick in behind. And it was spot on with Burton winning the race and splitting those 2 Raiders players, Timoko and Kotrick.
Burton with the shot. They lead by 2. I'm just thinking, so Canterbury will have possession from the kickoff to start the second half. I mean, it's going to be fast and furious. And Canberra, you're just going to have to hang on for 6.5 minutes with 11. And then another period of time with 12. For a 4-point lead for Canterbury from 12 down. Game 1, magic round on Fox League. No magic off the boot of Burton. He's 1 from 3. 40 minutes done and dusted in dramatic fashion. Canterbury 14, Canberra 12. Big crowd already in. Big audience watching on Fox League. In fact, we're being watched all around the world. A shout out to Edward Jones, who's watching us in Wales tonight. Good morning there. Second half underway. Bulldogs up by 2 and Farmasilli with a keen charge to start the second half. So against 11 men for 6 minutes.
Yeah, can they make it count, the Bulldogs? Can they take advantage of 11 men?
I think they do have a long-range try in them, even 13 on 13, the Bulldogs. Marty, and they work to centre field with Curtis Moran. So not too adventurous so far. Maybe now, Curran with it. Back up towards halfway. In fact, you'd almost call the set a little conservative considering Marnie now, Hayward, Moran doesn't pass, so but caught high. Oh, just a penalty.
Well, caught high at the back end of the set, Vossi, and if you thought that set was conservative, I don't think the next one will be. Moran looked to pass the ball and just cuffed by Hudson Young. That's enough for the penalty, and 11 men now will defend their line, the Canberra line.
So again, Canberra fans, you are feeling very tense at the moment. What big minutes these are, how the game has changed. Preston takes the first run. 2 men to the good, the Canterbury side. Marnie, Farmaselli. Good low tackle. Mariota really drove in hard there. Smithy's the man over the top. Marnie goes right side. Hayward and long. Quadden on to Carraz. The Bulldogs have got another 4 in a row. Where is it going to end over the next 6 minutes? How many will they finish with?
Well, it was cruel, the penalty. Warranted. Hudson Young at the back end of the Bulldogs opening set gives away a penalty. That gives the Dogs another go at the Canberra line, and they just had to get the execution right. Look how skinny they are out here. The Canberra player tried to come up and make a stop. It took a great tip on from that man, Stephen Crichton, to produce the 4 points, because Savage was there to make the tackle, and while it is a risky play, he got it right. And unmarked, Jacob Carraz just strolls into the in-goal area. Wow. And can they do it again? Can the Dogs build up a lead now that makes it so tough for Canberra in the period that Rapana and Papali'i are off the field?
Rapana was sin-binned in the 37th minute. It was 12 points to 6. In the space of 6 minutes of game time, it can go from Bulldogs 12-6 down to leaders by 20-12. Now, Burton needs to get the kicking boots going, and it looks like he's done that. Great strike. So from 12 down to 6 down to now a handsome lead by 8. And still another 3 minutes. Let's go back to Lara Pitt.
You can see there Viliami Kikau sideline. He's been chatting with the medical team and testing out that ankle, trying to prove his fitness to return to this game. Cam Serraldo will love this start to the second half. His big message and big focus was on the start in the next 6 minutes. While these Canberra Raiders are down to 11, he wanted to see his team complete every set, apply the pressure, tire them out. But as we know right now, kick out not officially ruled out just yet.
They've barely touched the ball since they were reduced to 12 and haven't touched the ball since they were reduced to 11. Canberra. I mean, how hard's that? Farmasili to bring it back. So ball handling here. If Canterbury control the ball, then another try is not beyond them in the next minute or so. Money on to Carraz.
And what makes it easy for the Dogs to make ground is that the Raiders' short defensive line, well, they can't give them too much space on the outside, so the spaces between the players become bigger. Therefore, they can just run down the middle of the field. It will require some great one-on-one tackling from Canberra over the next 5 minutes.
Good drive there on Curran. Took the momentum off the play well and truly. Kyo Weeks and Timiko now. Short side. Overlaps there again. Burton just couldn't pass. And O'Carr, they were all there sprinting through. Now on the last tackle, Curran, they lose their way. And Hutchison puts up the bomb. If ever Canberra needed to catch one, it's right now. And Savage does it. Finally, the Raiders have possession of the Steedon. Piece of gold to them at the moment. 4 minutes into the second half. Bulldogs, one of only two clubs, as we told you at the start, that have not won at a Magic Round.
Yeah, just watching the Canberra players get back on side finally, they are gassed at the moment. As you said, they've played without the ball since virtually Jordan Rapana was sent from the field. Have they got the energy to get themselves out of their own end far enough to put a decent kick in?
Well, they're fighting hard. Rapana back onto the sideline and will sprint back into the play. Did he get clearance? He dropped his mouth guard. Yes, he had clearance and dropped his mouth guard. So it's 12 on 11. It's 12 on 13 now. Ball out to Hutchison. And Drew Hutchison not with the speed to carry him through the hole. And then loses the ball. It was stripped but knocked on by the Raiders. Canterbury will
Ethan Strange again coming up with a play, defensive play that almost gets his side the ball when they desperately needed it. Just pulled the ball forward out of the hands of Drew Hutchison.
Okay, you need 5 in the scrum.
Just got an example of the strength of Ethan Strange.
Just need 5, guys.
Look, the shift through the dummy, and then from the inside, Ethan Strange, just look at him wrestle, bounces out of that one-on-one. Unfortunate for Strange, he just couldn't hang on to it.
Still a couple of minutes until Josh Papali'i returns here for the Raiders. 13 on 12. So it's got to be this set. Canterbury, if they want to expose advantage again.
Don't push. Wait till it's in.
I wouldn't say they've spread the ball since half-time. On that run throw down. He's got through a lot of work too. The halfback for the Raiders, Kyo Weeks, 17 tackles tonight. There is Moran, new contract signed, sealed and delivered for Curtis, the local junior. Here is Marnie now for Hayward and on for Farmasili. He hasn't held back on his hit-up since coming on. That's his 7th. Marnie to Hayward. Doesn't pass. Dummy and run, just stopped by Levi. Quick play the ball. Marnie, there's trouble. Burton goes for the cutout rather than through the hands.
They had them on the back foot. Raiders retreating as Burton was coming to them.
Last tackle, Marnie. Where's the kick? It's not from Marnie. It's not from Hutchison. Tracy, then Crichton. They ran out of space. Crichton a stumble. He has got a kick. Left foot. He's got it through the posts. And it's over the dead ball line. They don't nail it there, the Bulldogs.
Well, they don't, and that's exactly what Canberra needed, though. They didn't want to be dropping the ball out from under their posts. They get a 7-tackle set. The kick from Crichton wasn't a good one. He had plenty of time, and he is a very good kicker of the ball in general play. Just too heavy.
So they can play out this set with Big Papa getting ready to come back on. And with Rapana caught on the 40. Tom Starling also getting ready to come into the game for Canberra. Some fresh legs. So down by 8, you know, so it's not fatal what has happened. I mean, it's been bad for them, the points conceded, but given what we've seen from Canberra this season, they're a big hope over the last 32.5 minutes. Levi, good run. Last tackle, Raiders. On the 30, Bob will come. No, now, had to rush the kick. Got on the wrong leg there, Kyo Weeks. And Tracy back with the ball for Canterbury. Big Papa's back on. 13 on 13. But from the moment Rapana went off, it has been 14 straight points to Canterbury.
Yeah, 4 tries they've scored in the space of 10 minutes. 32nd minute was the first try to the Dogs. They trailed 12-0 at that stage.
Kick out back on for Canterbury, which is very good news. Hayward with the ball. So there he is, Viliami into the play. Marnie, Hutchison, along with Preston. And now back fit, and he will be in the 17 every week. Jacob Preston. Nice play here. Hutchison, left foot bomb. Rapana underneath it. Marnie, Tracy getting through. Oh, what a catch. Tracy went up. A few of them saying he went up a little early.
Yeah, well, they need to be mistake-free for a long time, the Raiders. They are only trailing by 8. Just watch Jordan Rapana turn his body. That is a fantastic take from Rapana. Turns 35 in a few months, Jordan Rapana, and his inclusion today, I think, would have given plenty of Raiders fans the confidence that they could win this one. And that was a big play.
Next points in the game become very important. With 30.5 to go, Canterbury up by 8. Canberra can get things right back on track if they post the 4-pointer. Completely on that run, he'll be fresh. Now for Kyo Weeks. He's got a good boot on him, doesn't he, Kyo Weeks?
He's got a big kick.
Oh, and there's Tracy with a little slip at the back. Playing surface, well done to the ground staff here. It's a very big weekend for them. With women's origin into 8 matches, they have worked their what's off and will continue to do so. Long after we go home tonight, they'll be out there working on the playing surface. Canterbury on their own 20. Crichton with the ball. Dummy from Stephen. 15 short of halfway. Now Marnie. Starling got him. It was a good moment where Hooker comes up with a one-on-one tackle on his opponent. Hutchison from 5 metres inside his own half. A little bit of ebb and flow of the game now. Rapana to bring it back, and another one to lose their footing. Canberra on play 1, 30 out from their line. 2 tries Canberra scored. Of course, you've got to keep that. They were directly from Bulldogs errors. Straight to hand gift tries. And exactly what happened at 4 Pines Park 2 weeks ago. The team that gave away the gift tries comes back and leads. Set restart for Canberra. Been pretty quiet on the bell tonight. First one. And it's gone the Raiders' way. So getting things back on track now. Starling. And Smithies just pushing it along for Papali'i. There is Marnie. Yet another tackle from Reid. Marnie, 28 for the night. Smithies. And a strange. Oh, there they go! Hudson Young! It is a steam train that has gone through the hole. The pass from Ethan Strange is off the top shelf. And Hudson Young would have run out of the stadium all the way up to the Caxton.
He has been in great try-scoring form, Hudson Young. That's his 5th of the season, but just watch Ethan Strange hold this ball up. Look like he's going out the back, and then a nice flat pass to his back rower. They've opened the Dogs up. Papali'i just on the field. Just returning to 13, dragged in Drew Hutchison, did a job to hold the ball. Hudson Young sprints to the try line. And very quickly after getting their 13 men back on the field, they score a try to get themselves back in the game. It was only 8 points, Andrew. I think Ricky Stewart takes that after being down to 11. By the time Papali'i came on, they were down by 8. I think you take that. And they've answered pretty quickly to show that the Dogs, that they're not done.
Yeah, they're not done. And anyone who watched them 2 weeks ago. And the Raiders of this year have a lot of points in them. We highlighted earlier in the year, they didn't win 13 plus last year. Suddenly 13 plus became habit this year. They can score. 30 mightn't be enough tonight to beat them.
Well, it's something you don't find yourself saying about the Raiders, where in past seasons you have. You've said, well, I don't know if the Raiders have got the points in them to beat this team, whoever they were playing. But that's not the case this year. And I think it comes down, look, they lost Jamal Fogarty a couple of rounds ago, and that was a blow. But Weeks has done a good job, and Ethan Strange has proven himself to be a future star of the NRL this year.
So here's Rapana again. Hasn't been a regular kicker at all in the NRL, yet he was New Zealand's first choice kicker at the last World Cup and did very well. So he's handled pressure before, and he'll handle pressure again. I said it in the first half, he's a bit of a marvel. Jordan Rapana, and the Raiders are in the game up to their eyeballs, Lara.
Yeah, they've had their backs against the wall, and that try, that had Ricky Stewart up and out of his seat here on the sideline. Sat up in the coach's box for the first half, but the pressure of that game so far brought him back down here. But beautifully set up by Ethan Strange. He has never given up on a play in this game so far, and the club clearly sees a bright future in his very young first grade career, already extending his contract to stay in the capital till 28.
Well, he's shown very quickly this year that he is a first grader. He's up to it immediately. Round one, picked us the 5'8", a bit of a shock, but has been terrific.
Papali'i back on the return. Two sets of fans very edgy about this one. Loads of time to go. What a start. What a start to Magic Round on Fox League. Bit of history between these two sides here. 2 points the margin in 2021. 4 points the margin last year. And now we're 2 points the difference with 26 and a half to go.
What an opener.
Still to come tonight. Broncos and Sea Eagles. Offload was loose there from Trey Mooney. Starling onto it. Don't mind though if Canberra get their offloading game going. Really mix it up. Last tackle, good set for them. Starling back away to Kyo Weeks. He seems a very unflustered player, Kyo Weeks. Fielded there by Tracy. And trapped there. Canterbury 15 metres away from their own line. Carraz. Oh, driven there, and there is your man. There is Strain.
That's it.
He is strong. He plays physical. He is as exciting as any young talent in the game. Not because he dazzles. It's the sum of all parts.
And it was the Ethan Strange tackle that knocked the ball out of Jacob Carraz's hands as they come right. The Dogs.
Little chance. Ball there. Carraz has got some space. Got away from Mooney, who came flying in and ended up sort of horizontal. Bulldogs with Burton, not a Burton special, but plenty high. Rapana with it. Oh, Rapana has falconed himself. As I said earlier, a few amateur magicians on show tonight. Some of the tricks have gone wrong.
Well, he is one of the great all-rounders playing the game. He's good at everything. That one bounced off his chest. He didn't get his hands around it first. And what will that error present after he slotted the goal to bring the Raiders back to within 2 points? He's made an error at the back that you just don't see.
Okay, it's like sliding doors, this game, from mistakes as well. The number of points that have come from mistakes. Canterbury looking to take maximum advantage here. Crichton almost between defenders there, Chris and Strange. Carraz is the dummy half. Everyone open side. Marnie with the ball. Steadies it up. King is there. For the record, Max King's drought is 64 matches without a 4-pointer. Marnie. Then for Hayward, kick out. They're a little slow getting the ball to him. And the Canberra defence make light work of kick out, which is saying something. Marnie. Back towards the post. Hayward, Hutchison, Burton, right foot, slide on the knees, back up, cut down by Mooney. Couple of metres from the line, quick play the ball. Preston held up, last tackle. Bulldogs lead by 2. Big set from Canberra in defence. Burton's left foot kick, got it through the posts, and taken dead by Weeks.
Well, in the first half, it was the number 7, Drew Hutchison, that did the kicking short, provided the Dogs with 2 tries. This time Matt Burton gets the little one right as we see Ricky Stewart throwing the arms around on the sideline. It was Kyo Weeks that knocked the ball dead. They've been up to it, the Raiders, defensively. Let's see if they can do it again.
Going short, going short. Rapina's kick, and a little too deep, in fact. Carraz ended up with it. Raiders didn't get a genuine jump on the ball, did they? Money to Hayward. There's Sam Hughes back onto the field. He shows he can score a try. Got through the tackle there of Weeks. 5 away from the line. Money, Hutchison. Oh, taken sideways by Weeks. 7 on 7. The lime green 7 wins it by knockout. Hayward caught that time. Not Canterbury's best set. 4 tackles down. Marnie to Burton. Burton dummy and run. And again the defence does the job. Ricky Stewart would be happy with the efforts of his team here. Marnie's kick is missed. It's there for Canterbury again. Hayward comes very close to getting to the ball. Was coming up was a Trey Mooney was back there.
I think it was Trey Mooney. Just watch the shot there from Kyo Weeks, who's been very good defensively. He's had Viliami kick out running at him, and Hayward almost gets there. Trey Mooney bats the ball dead. Another set. I'm sure Jordan Rapina will go short again to try and get his team the ball back. Needs a little bit more height than the last kick, but very impressive defensively there, the Raiders.
How they would love to win possession here, Canberra. Need a little bit of relief. 21 and a half to go. Rapina a couple of bounces. Plays down the clock. Steady. Here's the kick. He's got the distance. There was a push in the back, I thought, on Crichton. Canterbury come up with it with Preston. And the pressure is not relieved on the Raiders. This is high temperature stuff. Another set. They have to try and defend inside their 20. Set restart. Bulldogs have now had 25 tackles inside the Raiders, 20 in the match. Hutchison, crossfield. No one straightened up. Sherry with the ball.
That was just passing for the sake of it there from the Dogs. No one inside created any opportunity.
No, what happened there?
Done?
What happened with Viliami kick out there? That I don't think any Bulldog wants to watch this replay. He's oh dear.
I can't explain that.
Well, that's me playing Twister. My back. I can't reach the big spot. Unbelievable error by the Bulldogs in attacking zone.
Unfortunate for the Dogs. He wouldn't be happy with that. Jason Taylor can't believe it. They forced 2 line dropouts. They really did have the Raiders on the rack. They're doing fantastically well if they hang on there for their 3rd straight set on their line, but Kickout's error has released all the pressure.
Whitehead now on report in the run of play there. It was contact on Hayward. So Canberra with the ball, led off for them. They're down by 2. The twists and turns in this game from errors. I can't help but think that Canberra's going to find the lead again at some point in this game. What a match of intrigue it is. Manly and Brisbane, the second match you'll see tonight here on Fox League, ahead of 3 games tomorrow, 3 games on Sunday. And Sunday night with Matty Johns, cancel all engagements Sunday night. Make sure you're tuned in. Tarpany on the hit and spin there for the Raiders. Starling and for Mooney. Ooh, risky pass. Was touched by the Bulldogs. Kyo Weeks away. Kyo Weeks has beaten a couple. Kyo Weeks put the foot down. And only Tracy there to stop him. Here come the Raiders. They're bad and mean. The Green Machine. There and again. What about the number 7, Kyo Weeks? What about Hudson Young? What about the Raiders' spirit?
And it was a pass from Ethan Strange to Hudson Young that scored the try, but Kyo Weeks, after a pass from Trey Mooney, hit the ground. Just look at the speed. Beats 3 or 4 Bulldogs. An absolute star as a junior representative player was Kyo Weeks. Then Ethan Strange, very quick, went to pass it early, but thought, no, I'll take Hudson Young to the line. Held it up long enough just to get them interested and create a bit of space for Young. Jacob Preston was there, Stephen Crichton, but he slides in between both. and grabs the 4-pointer, and you said it.
Yeah.
You said it. I'm expecting the Canberra Raiders to hit the lead at some time soon. Hudson Young, back-to-back tries for the Canberra Raider back rower.
This is so good.
And
This
Trey
is so
Mooney,
good, the drop.
I was just thinking Canberra just want to get through a set. They've been under enormous amount of pressure, and Trey Mooney sort of just fumbled that one out the back. I thought it was trouble for Canberra, but Weeks, getting the ball in his hands, went on a 40-metre run, beating a number of Bulldogs. He had the Dogs on the rack at that stage, and it just took someone with a bit of common sense and just not rushing things. Ethan Strange went to pass early and thought, they're back, they're hanging on their line. I'm just going to go to the line and give Hudson Young some sort of, just a look at the try line.
I don't know whether there's a side in the comp with more fight this year than the Raiders in them.
Well, you only have to go back and forth. 20-0 down, 24-6 down.
Rapana, he's got another one. Jordan Rapana, sweet, off the boot. So Raiders, after conceding 4 straight tries, have now got 2 of their own and converted both. 8 tries scored, 24-20. Pre-match predictions of a high-scoring game are now bearing fruit. Hudson Young's second try. Manly, Brisbane to follow. Hamoli Olakau'atu is back for Manly tonight. It is a big match in front of 50,000 plus at Suncorp Stadium. You're going to see it live here on Fox League and all around the country tomorrow. Young rugby league players playing as Papali'i bringing the ball back. Club Rugby League, don't miss out on all the fun of joining a club. Thousands of players already registered. Visit playrugbyleague.com to register now. Hope there's no rain in your area and the kids all get out for a run this weekend.
Isn't this combination of Hudson Young and Ethan Strange developing into something special for the Canberra Raiders down this left side?
I'll tell you too, after last night, there might be plenty of young girls wanting to ask mum and dad, can I give that a try? Rugby League, well done, New South Wales and Queensland last night, and to Kylie Hilda and her team on winning. Offload Papali'i on to Rapana. 24-20, 44 points, 16 and a half to go. Kyo Weeks high rather than long. This could be a contest though, and they got onto it. Timoko with the ball, Raiders on their feet. Tackle count restarts. Ball comes loose. I assume they've taken advantage. Knock on, says referee Ash Klein.
Knock on at the death there from Nick Kotrick. No one wanted it, the Bulldogs. Nick Kotrick, it was a kick. Timoko picks it up, gets on the inside of Connor Tracy, flicks it out the back to Elliot Whitehead. He's gone within...
Wow, it's a lot closer than you thought.
He's gone within a couple of inches of scoring a try, just couldn't force the ball. But what play from the Raiders.
Sensational.
Well, the kick from Kyo Weeks wasn't the one that he was looking for. It went up into no man's land. Just watch how close Kotrick, shoulder on the line as he goes to put it down.
The Bronson Sherry, the try saver in the end. The Rugby League, folks, is flying. You can lose stars, but the product we're seeing across the majority of matches is gobsmacking in entertainment. That was thrilling rugby league there. Now Hutchison, Burton, across to Sherry. Bulldogs turn. Kyo Weeks with the tackle, 15 to go. Who wants it to finish? Who wants golden point? What about that for a start? Hayward now. Dummies to Connor Tracy. 4 tries apiece. Marnie, Hutchison, goes long, floating pass, kick out, doesn't look to Adokar. Well, as Adokar got on the wrong side, a number of chances tonight, he has not been the first option to pass him.
And generally, Kickout will read that situation and throw a pass.
Burton's bomb, getting to it is Savage. By and large, he's been very good tonight.
Bulldogs chase just couldn't get to the contest there. The Raiders players did a good job just surrounding Xavier Savage.
This is the place to be to watch your rugby league on this Friday night. Fox League from Magic Round.
Yeah, that's a powerful run from Savage out of dummy half. Just ran over Stephen Crichton there.
Starling. Raiders work hard in this set.
Kurt Mann ready to come on for the Bulldogs. Weeks inside the 40.
Last tackle, swings it back over Carraz's side. So Jacob Carraz, what's his numbers tonight? That's his 19th carry. He's up over 170 metres. He's had just the one bad mistake tonight, which led to a try, but wholehearted as always. Addo Carr caught there. You'd say really quiet for Addo Carr, maybe not by his own choice, but that was only his 8th carry as opposed to Carraz's 18th. Burden on to Money. And then Hughes caught centre field by the Raiders defence. Money away with Burton and on. Sherry the edge inside of kick out rather than the other way round. Money now to Burton. Oh, loose ball, horrible. And then Hutchison rushes a kick on the spin. And there is Savage again, who's just leaping and catching basically everything. That's not good by Canterbury. Nowhere near pinpoint at the end of a set to allow Canberra to start 30 metres out from their own line without running a metre. Straight. Oh, he has lost it. Ruben lost the ball. He stumbled. It's been roped in by the Bulldogs. An unforced error from the Canberra fullback, who was a little rocks and diamonds tonight.
Well, he has been, hasn't he? It wasn't long ago where he put that bomb down to put his side under pressure. Now spills the ball as they try and work it out of their own end.
So Marnie to Hutchison. Kick out, a little slow on the scene to get there. And crawls his way to the 20. Now Marnie on for Hutchison. Out the back, it's Burton. Further out the back to Tracy. And caught by Sebastian Chris. He did enough. Strange gets tangled up there. Crichton to Marnie. There is Kurt Mann. This is Hutchison. Kickout has to back himself. Timikoff strong in defence. With Whitehead, they forced the mistake.
Elliot Whitehead has been great defensively. They've done their homework on Viliami kick out. The big left foot step just hasn't produced results for kick out tonight. Gets on the inside of Timoko, but here's Elliot Whitehead across from the inside. Hits him with a bit of force. Error from the Bulldogs back rower. Yeah. Last time they were down this end, kick out came up with an error.
Shake of the head from Viliami. And Whitehead's season, he'd only played before the game before the bye. He'd had only 34 minutes this season. He then puts in an 80-minute performance man of the match. Then the bye, as if he needed that. And now he's back playing tonight.
And he's got his hands on his head. He's hurting.
Canberra with it, 15 metres out from their own line. They lead by 4. In some ways has been a remarkable contest for the way points have unfolded in it. It's anyone's guess who wins from here, but Canberra advantage. Gula to play it short of the 30. And you remember the Manly game as well. They were down to 12 for a while as well in that game. Hopewadi spent 10 in the bin, which added to the merit of that performance. The fight of the Raiders. Now Tarpany back up to halfway. Few post-contact metres there. Last it is for Canberra. Kyo Weeks in kicking mode again. He's got the bomb to Addo Carr's corner. Josh with the ball. And wall of defenders in front of him. Been a while since Canterbury cracked through the Canberra defence suddenly. Just inside 20 stats, by the way. Canterbury have had 31 tackles inside Canberra's 20. Canberra's had only 2 inside Canterbury's 20. Now Carraz, Carraz has lost the ball. The defence was as strong as it gets. It was Strange again. Ethan Strange, this 19-year-old. What an impression he is making. 12 away from the line. What a chance for Canberra. Chris Tarpany Didn't get a great ball, makes the most of it. Chased across field by Hughes. This becomes the biggest set of the match. Kyo Weeks delivers the short pass. Canterbury's goal line defence has been good this year. It needs to be even better right now. They charge. Gula got a smell of the line, but the ball wasn't with him. Then Starling back for Strange. There's the jig, the run, the bump, the offload. He's got it all. Rapana trapped this time. 8 away. Last tackle. Starling. They're going to go. The short side. He's got 2. No. I thought he was going to get for a third, and then the pass went out sideways and over the sideline from Young.
Yeah, just didn't find any height on the pass, but did miraculously well to get it out anyway. Ethan Strange, Vossi, has been so good defensively. There he is on Jacob Carraz, and not for the first time tonight as he knocked the ball out of Carraz's hands. They scored a try when he first did off the back of the scrum. That went to Seb Chris. Strange has come up with some big defensive plays for an 18-year-old rookie.
I'm not saying I'll throw him a blue jumper, but I'll say this.
He plays the sort of
football. If he had one, he ain't going to let you down.
Doesn't go Australian origin.
I wouldn't have any fears about him handling that game. He is a talent, and it's his toughness which is at the top of the desirable aspects about him, if I may put it that way. Canterbury is short of the 30-metre line. They need to score next. 7.5 to go. Cut out ball to Crichton. Can't find the freedom past Chris.
Tough place to kick from.
It's Hutchison, chip and chase. He's not going to get there.
Well, that's a couple of times, more than once, and I'd say 2 or 3 times they've been jammed on a sideline on their last play, which makes it very hard for a right-foot kicker. In the end, Hutchison just had to chip over the top. He didn't have room to put a long kick in, and that's what they needed right then, a long kick.
What a week it will be for Ricky Stewart on the back of the big contracts if Canberra win this one from playing with 11 men at one stage and conceding 4 straight tries in the match. 6.5 minutes to go. Game 1 Magic Round, Fox League. Tarpany going big at the right end of the match. Tarpany, he's up over 100 metres now. Starling infield. Gula's done his job tonight as well. The 21 from the line, leading by 4. Starling, Tarpany could be a case of next scorer wins. Flicked on by Kyo Weeks. It bounced nicely there. Kodrick. Oh, he's pulled down from behind by Kickout. And it will be play on. Kodrick not happy about it, nor the Canberra fans. Rapana then caught on the last at a dummy half. Whitehead saying, hip drop, sir. Someone check it. Was the suggestion.
I don't know if it was. Have a look at it again. Kodrick threw a few, kick out, doesn't lose his leg. Whoa.
Interesting.
He almost slid around the side of Nick Kodrick. I don't think he launched himself up in the air and then landed on the ankle. He got dragged by Kodrick.
That's for review later with a game difference by 4. 5.5 to go. Kurtman with the ball. The line break count tonight is exactly level. It is 5 apiece. So Hutchison. Oh, he's offloaded. Line break, number 6. Marnie chip and chase. Marnie's down. Play on, but no. Canberra come up with the ball. Marnie says I was knocked down. Play on for the moment. And now Ashline's going to check it. Canberra saying, what are you checking? It's no try.
Tackle 1 here.
But he's got a little safety parachute.
No try.
He can check everything.
Got to go to the original kick. I believe Jordan Rapana might have stuck his foot out, interfered with Reid Marnie when he kicked. Follow it through then.
Drew Hutchison just got himself through the Canberra defence and threw a great pass back on the inside to Reid Marnie. He got to the fullback, Rapana, and here's the kick.
Kick chaser fine from the Bulldogs post the
hang
kick
on a
from Reid
second.
Marnie. We just need to look at the contact now.
Does he throw that right leg out?
I've never seen a trip that wasn't deliberate.
He's in motion as he kicks the ball. That's all right, but
Well, that's not a natural act, the last bit, is it? You tell me, Brandon.
no, I don't think it is. No.
This is a big call. It's all in the hands of the bunker, our grand final referee from last year, Adam G.
Jordan Rapana initially tries to charge down the kick, but then changes his gait and sticks his leg out, making illegal contact
Good
with
call.
Reid Marnie.
I reckon
Playing
good
hard
call.
at this
You
point to
can't
see what
argue with it.
happens.
You can't argue with it. He leaves the ground to try and charge the ball down. So there's no problems about the timing of Jordan Rapana's challenge, but he sticks the right leg
They
out.
want to be careful here on Burton.
Kyo Weeks plays at the ball first, and at that stage,
Hudson Young tackles
Everyone's
Burton
initially
from behind.
competing for the ball at that point. The ball
Okay.
is knocked back by the Raiders, then picked
Well,
up.
I don't know how
We're going
Hudson
back
Young is
for
competing
a
for the
penalty
ball, but
for
anyway.
the illegal contact on Reid Marnie.
yeah, let's just.
We got a game. We got a game. It's penalty. It's in front. It's whether they want to send Rapana to the bin for a second time. That's the big call right now.
Professional.
Does it stay 13 on 13? Let's go down to Ash Klein.
21. It's going to where the ball lands. Have we gone up to the board yet? Has it come on? Yeah. It's a penalty, guys.
So no sin bin. It remains 13 on 13. Penalty goal of no use to Canterbury. Will
He is lucky to be still on the field.
I think so.
He's
I
lucky to
think
be
so.
still on the field.
Let's go.
It's a try-scoring
It's a try-
situation.
That's
and that
see,
isn't that our
changes
barometer.
things. And it's not an accident.
Well, Manly and Brisbane is next. Will they have to just wait a little longer? It is in the mix. Golden point, not out of the question. Burton not kicking well tonight. If Canterbury score, if you're a Canterbury fan, you'd want it to be close to the posts. Marty with it. Here is man, now King. And King will play at 15 away from the Raiders line. Marty to man. Misses out Curran, Hutchison, Tracy. It was all slow.
There wasn't much happening there in that. They weren't sure what they were doing there, the Dogs.
The left side has not been lit up tonight for Canterbury. Man to King. So 4 tackles down. Canterbury asking little of the Raiders' defence. Marnie out in front. Hutchison, Preston just caught a couple of metres away. Last tackle. Burton finds himself a dummy half. One of your kickers. Awful pass. And then Marnie knocks it on. That's horrible from Canterbury. And Cameron Serraldo would be feeling sick at that.
Well, just when the Dogs wanted some energy with the ball, they lacked it that whole set of 6. They really threw nothing at the Canberra Raiders then. They didn't make it difficult at all. And then right at the end, they throw a terrible pass from Stephen Crichton out to dummy half. Reid Marnie knocks it on before he can get a kick in.
Canberra a set closer to a win.
Why was Matt Burton in a dummy half on the last play?
That's what I said. You take one of your main kickers out. Canberra, 3 and a bit minutes away from yet another win. Seagulls and Broncos not far away, live and ad-free here on Fox League during play. Every game covered, every pulsating second, and we put down a marker in the sand with this game for a bit of drama. Now we've got another one down. Whitehead's down.
Well,
Bunker will have a sneaky look. Not happy, Elliott. Oh, and now the penalty comes through. Elliott, you've had a little lottery win. Oh, Starling gets up in the face. Plenty set out there. Got another one on report. Elliott Whitehead really blowing up here. So the left shoulder of Kurt Mann.
yeah, just up under the chin.
All happening there.
That certainly helps Canberra now with 2:40 to go.
VB hard-earned index too, by the way, tracking that. We saw Max King leading it in the first half. I can tell you he's still on top now. Max King. But at the moment, he's on the beaten side, or potentially beaten side. Raiders a big chance here. There's a cake waiting to be iced. The Raiders, what a performance if they can finish it off. 12 away from the line. It is with Tarpany right in front of the Bulldogs posts. It's not like they have to score here. There's a chance the Bulldogs only have one more set in the match. Kyo Weeks, Timiko with it. Bumps away from Burton. Now wrapped up by the Canterbury defence. That's the fourth. Slow play the ball. Starling, short side, the leader. The leader is Whitehead. Tackled by Burton and Sherry. Last play. The Raiders won't risk anything. Starling will take the tackle. Bit of game management there. Another set closer to yet another fighting win, the Raiders.
Now, I think a smart play there by Starling. Just take the tackle. Take the tackle on the try line of the Bulldogs. Force them to take the risks.
5-4 record coming into tonight for the Raiders. They are on the cusp of a 9th straight win over the Bulldogs. You talk about owning them. They are their sons, the Bulldogs.
8 points down, 4 tries, 4 straight tries to the Dogs. They shift it left.
Burton goes short, looking for Addo-Carr. The Fox overruns the ball. It bounces free. The Raiders might have knocked on. I think they have. There is inside a minute to go.
Nick Kotrick.
There's been no challenges. Does someone want a challenge just to slow it down? Yeah, you just throw it in. Just put your chips in. You know chance. You probably don't.
Decision of a knock-on.
Yeah, hard to see what happened over that far side of the field. Addo-Carr chasing the Matt Burton kick. Nick Kotrick, Xavier Savage.
All there.
Josh Addo-Carr's on side. We're just looking at Josh Curran as well.
So watch this unfold. In the meantime, Manly, Brisbane next up. 347
He's outside 10
gamer
metres
for the
and has no
Broncos.
impact at that
Parker
stage.
in
We're
commentary.
just looking at the contest for the ball now.
I don't know whether anyone in the Raiders camp thought they were challenging because they had a winnable challenge. I think they just played it.
Just to slow things down.
Have to.
This is the best
Have
angle.
to.
We've got shoulder to shoulder.
That's fine.
Both players competing for the ball at this point.
Rapana comes in, he hits the ground. Addo-Carr's down.
They're all down. And then knocked on there.
Knocked on. There.
Josh Addo-Carr and
didn't
Nick
happen before,
Kotrick
it did
are always
then.
competing and fall over each other. We're just looking for perspective where the ball goes after Nick Kotrick touches it.
Okay. Gotta find that perspective, Brandy. It's a bit of a hold up, isn't it? With 47 on the clock, 24-20.
Knocks the ball on. The challenge is unsuccessful.
Rightio, the Dogs still have a chance. 47 seconds left. Scrum centre field.
Look at Ricky. Can't sit still.
How do they live with themselves, the coaches? How do they put
I
up
don't know.
with this sort of
Well,
situation?
Cameron Serrato felt sick from that earlier play from dummy half. Canterbury with one set. They've shown they are prepared to kick for Addo-Carr. It might be on the first two, but would they pull the trigger on that play? Now halfback at the scrum. And Ash Klein reminds them of that. So now the clock will go back on. Here we are. And from the scrum, I don't know what happened. Well, what is this all about?
Okay, it's come straight back out. You got
Josh. Second.
Josh.
Well, this is fiery.
It's a scrum. We're repacking the scrum. Stay away.
Ash Klein.
Josh, you will be penalised. Go over there. It's a scrum.
Don't lose possession. The Dogs have got it. Surely Josh Curran isn't going to give away a penalty, which Ashley
We're not
Klein just...
arguing. You guys also broke.
Well,
He
Ash
wants to
Klein.
repack the scrum.
Ash Klein.
Spoil that right here now.
But that is 9 seconds off the clock with a scrum that defies explanation what just happened. But 9 seconds has gone off the game time.
Well, he said
and we'll never get that 9 seconds back.
He said the ball came straight back out. Let's pack it again.
So Canterbury wouldn't have fit across the scrum penalty, bring the house down. Now Bronson Sherry with the ball. 24-20. 2-point field goals of no use. Bulldogs need try. Marnie to Curran, that sort of play is not going to get it for them. Now there's 25 seconds to go. Money, Hutchison, Bernard, Canterbury, not good enough.
No.
Sloppy with a capital slug. Tonight the Bulldogs, when it really mattered. Now they blow up again. But Canberra, we said 2 weeks ago, one of the great wins for the club. Tonight might not be in the top 10, but it's another damn good one. They are really fired up out in the middle.
Yeah, still going. Down 8 points. Down to 11 men in this.
Ricky might get a 5-year extension on the contract he signed this week. That'll lock him into 2037. And that's might be all that good in the moment. 24-20.
Well, the Raiders go back-to-back again.
And there you have it.
For the
After
fourth
all
time
of that,
this year.
You won't get those seconds back either. The finish of the match, it started with a Viking clap. It'll finish with a Viking clap. The Raiders have beaten Canterbury again in Magic Round. And the Bulldogs are magicless. When it comes to Magic Round, they suffer a 5th straight defeat. 4 tries all. The goal kicking of Jordan Rapana is the difference. Canberra have win number 6 for the season. There's a lot to admire about the character of this team. Canberra 24, Canterbury 20.